Up next here on NEC Football on the Run, we are joined by the quarterback of the St. Francis Red Flash, Jeff Hoenstine, who helped lead the Red Flash to their first ever win over an FBS team, 23-17 over Kent State last Saturday night. Jeff, thanks so much for taking the time to join us this week on the show.
Appreciate you having me.
Now, how are things going? Does this week feel any different to last week, considering what happened on Saturday?
Yeah, I mean, it feels a little different. Everybody's obviously pretty pumped up about the big win we had. But once that new game week starts, you gotta lock in, get ready for the next team.
And then we're part of the problem too. You have to come here and talk to media like us, right? So no, take me through your week last week. I assume that you stay ready, so you don't have to get ready. So at what point did you kind of find out that you were the guy, you were getting the start, and how did you kind of go about your preparation?
Yeah, it was around Wednesday morning of last week where I found out I was starting for sure. Uh, I just took it one day at a time, and I pretty much had the same mentality. Like you said, be ready so you don't have to get ready. Um, I did my most to make sure I would be ready for that moment if I got it.
Now, your team got off to a 17 zip lead. You had a running touchdown, the read option play for the first score, and then the 64-yard touchdown to Gavin. Now, on the TV broadcast, they just showed him like there was nobody, like I was the closest person to him, and I'm in New Jersey. So what did you see there? How did he get so wide open?
Yeah, um, play was initially designed for the running back to go out into the flat, but I kind of saw the pocket collapse a little bit, and I rolled out to the right, and I just saw Gavin wide open. I'm not. I think he must have got a pick from someone, another receiver maybe. But yeah, he was obviously wide open, and I got the ball to him.
There was no like, am I seeing what I think of? It's like, how is like,
Yeah.
did you like even second guess that? Like,
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it just popped wide open, and I'm like, oh man, here we go. Got to get him the ball.
no, and indeed you did, and I'm sure going into the game you had a ton of confidence in yourself and your teammates, but it's FBS versus FCS. So at one point during the week, during the game, if we were going to give you truth serum, did it really kind of stick in that like wow, we're actually like we're winning this game here? Like at what point did it kind of hit you?
Yeah, it was a pretty surreal moment. Like, I mean, like we got a shot against this team. Obviously it's a bigger school, FBS, like you said. But obviously, like you said, we got up to a 17-0 lead, and I think everybody's confidence kind of went up, and everybody realized, we can do this.
And part of that 17-point lead, if we switch gears to the other side, I mean, how good is your defense? The fourth down stop, and then you turn it over into the touchdown to go. I mean, that was a huge swing in the game. What makes your defense so dangerous?
Yeah, defense played lights out. I think they had a really good game plan for the Kent State offense, which is obviously a huge part of it. And the players in general. There's a bunch of dogs on that defense for sure, and they played a great game, and they're a big part of our victory.
Now for you, let's talk a little bit about your journey. How was it? When was it that you kind of fell in love with the game of football?
Oh man, I think I've been playing since kindergarten or first grade. That's when I got started. Uh, been playing quarterback my whole life, and I just loved the game. It came natural to me, and yeah, I kind of went from there.
And how did you end up at St. Francis? I know you kind of grew up relatively close there in Pennsylvania. So how did St. Francis come to be the perfect fit for you?
Yeah, I mean, obviously I fell in love with the coaching staff, and it was a great environment to be around. The players were really cool when I came up here for my visit, and I knew it would be a good community to be a part of, and yeah, just really like the environment around here, and yeah.
So let's talk about up next because conference play, it's conference week. Conference play starts this week. Central, similar to your team, had a strong defensive outing in the elements in their win. So what might be some keys that are going through your mind as you get ready for this one coming up this weekend?
I would just say, really um get a good looks at the CCSU defense, and kind of applying those looks to practice, so you get prepared for what you're going to see, and which will make it easier coming game day. Because like when you see same looks that you've had at practice, you know, you feel more prepared.
And I don't know if this is something that coach has talked about with the team, but big monstrous, for the university, for the conference, huge win on Saturday, but that was one game and now you have to switch gears and go to the next one. So how do you move on from all that and put that to the side and focus on Central and avoid kind of a letdown this week and have that same focus that you did going into last week's game?
Yeah, I mean it's football. You got obviously um every game's a big game, and you gotta take it one week at a time. You gotta uh put whatever happened last week in the past. You gotta leave it there and you gotta move on. Stay locked in for the upcoming game.
Absolutely. All right, we're going to get to the final five questions here. These are rapid fire. So first thing that comes to mind, just let it out. All right. All right.
Uh,
Favorite color.
Red.
There you go. Red flash. Best movie to watch during a long road trip.
Uh, I'm gonna have to go with Saving Private Ryan.
Okay. Can't go wrong. Now you guys have kind of set up a satellite campus up there in Ohio after these first 2 weeks. So this is more of a trivia question than a
Yeah.
rapid fire question, but what is the capital city of Ohio?
It's gonna be Columbus.
There you go. 3 for 3. Okay.
Yeah.
If we surveyed your teammates and we asked them to describe you using a word or a phrase, what would be the word or phrase that your teammates would use?
Uh, I would say pretty easygoing. You know, I'm pretty tough. I'm pretty tough. You know, I'm kind of have that stone cold attitude. That's what I would say.
There you go. Stone Cold Jeff Hoenstine. All right. And then the last one, finish the sentence. St. Francis wins the NEC championship this year if.
We keep coming together as a team and playing our game and taking it one week at a time.
Awesome. Jeff, thanks so much for chatting with us and best of luck this weekend and the rest of the way.
Appreciate you having me. Thank you.
All right. You can check out Jeff and the Red Flash coming up Saturday at noon in their home opener and the conference opener on NEC Front Row against the Central Connecticut State Blue Devils. Be sure to check out our full NEC Football on the Run show over on the NEC Overtime Pod. It's available now wherever you get your podcasts.